Li Kao is enjoying her time in the banquet when her fiancé suddenly rushes in and demands to break their engagement. It is a cold, rainy day, and our female lead is bored. She is amusing herself by playing with the raindrops when somebody comes to disturb her. It is her annoying fiancé who seems to think he is God's gift to her. He warns her to take her thoughts off him because he has never liked her and never will. He cannot marry her. What he doesn't know is that Li Xiao finds him really annoying. She couldn't be more grateful that he is breaking off their engagement. The two were arranged to be married during their childhood, but they have never liked each other. After the man finishes his rambling, Li Xiao only replies him with one word, agreeing with him. Before he can continue saying nonsense, she quickly walks away. In her mind, Li Xiao is very happy. She has always wanted to end this arranged marriage to the Shang family. A marriage with unknown origins, who would accept it? But her family has been very secretive about it. Now, thanks to her fiancé Shang Lu, who is so desperate not to be with her, she is now free from that trouble. Li Xiao is in such a good mood, she even goes flower-smelling. She doesn't expect to stumble across a scene of a man being beaten. She hears a cry for help coming from behind the bushes. Our girl is curious, and so she goes over to peek. There is a building behind the bushes, and a man is lying on the floor bleeding and begging. In front of him, a man with glasses is sitting calmly like a king with bodyguards around them. No matter how much the man on the floor begs, he isn't forgiven and is taken away to the dark hall. Li Xiao has seen all this. The man even looks her way, and she is surprised. She quickly hides, afraid he has discovered her. But unfortunately for her, before she can run away, someone comes to expose her presence. Shang Lu is heading this way, calling out to his big brother. Immediately, he sees Li Xiao. He starts spouting bullshit about her refusing to give up. He even thinks she is hiding in their family's VIP area just to ambush him. Who is this narcissist? Li Xiao is fed up with this overly proud man. She gives him a friendly reminder. Since he practices Chinese medicine, he should check his pulse too. His brain must have been flooded by the rain. Shang Lu is furious, but before he can talk, Li Xiao tells him to ask the man inside the building if she was waiting for Shang Lu, or she came by accident. Shang Lu takes one look at the man inside and immediately calls him Big Brother. Li Xiao is surprised. If he is Shang Lu's elder brother, that means he must be the underground ruler of Southeast Asia, Shang Yu, also called Shang Xiaoyan. He is the most powerful and most troublesome member of the Shang family. Just then, a servant comes to call Shang Xiaoyan away. Shang Lu refuses to stop and is still trying to prove that Li Xiao is chasing after him. Shang Xiaoyan lights a cigarette and tells his younger brother she only came here by accident. Staring at his face, Li Xiao finds this man really attractive. The two are sharing secret looks while behind them, a certain someone is still complaining about breaking off the engagement. Shang Xiaoyan is surprised by how indifferent Li Xiao is to this news and agrees to break their engagement. He is amused by how she keeps looking at him. Shang Lu seems proud and boasts in front of Li Kao. He still seems to think she has some feelings for him and must be sad. Li Kao has only one thing to tell him. Her eyesight has always been excellent. She walks away, leaving a confused Shang Lu behind. He doesn't understand what her eyesight has to do with him. His brother kindly explains to him. Her good eyesight means she sees through Shang Lu's nonsense. Just before she leaves, Li Xiao turns back to give her new target a sexy stare. She reintroduces herself to him again with a smile. Shang Xiaoyan is amused, and the two share a long stare. After giving Shang Xiaoyan that interesting look, Li Xiao leaves. Shang Xiaoyan tells his brother to handle the engagement cancellation by himself. No matter what unspeakable reasons he has to give the Li family a proper explanation. This makes Shang Lu frustrated. Xiaoyan walks away, but before he goes, he wants to know if Shang Lu has ever touched Li Kao. It seems Shang Lu can feel his life is in danger as he quickly denies. He tells his brother he is uncomfortable just standing around the woman, so how could he touch her? Xiaoyan is pleased to hear this. Shang Lu is still hesitant about going to the Li mansion to cancel the engagement and begs his brother to go with him. Xiaoyan refuses and tells him to handle it himself. Smart man. How can he offend his future in-laws? Right now, I really want to be Li Xiao. Just look. Shang Lu only broke off the engagement, and the next day, her 3 handsome brothers all rush back to the mansion. No wonder they are the richest family in Southeast Asia. The third son, Li Cheng, is a ruthless border merchant, while the first son, Li Jun, is a high-ranking official. Li Jun is surprised to see his third brother here. Of course, Li Cheng has to come. Shang Lu has disrespected his younger sister by breaking off their engagement. He is here to stand up for her. The two men immediately start complaining and gossiping about the second brother. How could he allow their precious sister to suffer like that under his nose? The brothers plan to beat him up alongside Shanglu. Just before they can get inside, they see the culprit. Li Yan has no idea what his brothers have planned for him and welcomes them with smiles. He tells them Qiao and their parents are waiting inside. Before he can finish talking, he is attacked from both sides. How can a gentle art dealer fight against two burly men? He is soon beaten and can only kneel on the floor begging mercy. His brothers don't stop. They are sure he must have been too busy staring at paintings to protect their sister. Li Yan is feeling very pitiful right now. Not only has he been scolded by their parents, now he is being beaten by his brothers. He begs for mercy. Unfortunately for him, there is none. After being beaten, he can't escape his fate of being scolded a second time. Their father, Li Guangming, is still pissed off and can't help cursing at Shanglu. That kid is just bullying them. He grabs a teacup to throw it away, but Li Qiao kindly reminds him he is holding a 3 million antique teacup from an auction. Father Li immediately calms down when he hears the price and drops the cup. Madame Li doesn't want Li Qiao to blame her father for being angry. They are all just heartbroken thinking about how their baby was humiliated and suffered at the Shang family. Her mother is ready. Now that all 3 of her sons are back, they can avenge her properly. Li Qiao isn't even listening to them. Just look at the person they are all angry for. Not only is she talking casually, she still has time to play with her phone. She has just received a message from her best friend to come out later. She tells her parents not to worry about revenge. It is fine if he wants to break off the engagement since that was her plan too. She can't understand why her parents would even accept an arranged marriage these days. Her parents become silent and immediately abandon the topic. They want to focus on teaching Shanglu a lesson. Now Li Qiao is beginning to find them suspicious. She doesn't stay to listen to their plans and tells them she is going out. Her family is concerned and asks where she is going. She tells them she is meeting her friend Tang Ting at the entertainment city. They all agree with her going out to relax with friends. Her parents remind her to come home early while her 3 brothers tell her to call them immediately if she runs into any trouble. After all, they are on standby 24/7 only for her. As the treasure of the family, Li Qiao just smiles. She finds their behavior strange. How can they dote on her so much and yet refuse to tell her the truth about breaking off the engagement? She finds the situation very fishy and is determined to find information about it. Li Qiao arrives at the entertainment city and goes to the bar for a drink. The bartender calls her boss, which she tells him to stop doing. He teases her and reveals she owns over 45% of Southeast Entertainment City, making her their rightful boss. The two are talking when the door is suddenly pushed open as someone comes looking for trouble. Not for Li Qiao, though. They are here for Shang Xiaoyan. The man is sure Xiaoyan must have hidden his brother somewhere and demands he brings him out. Li Qiao is surprised. So the man she saw that day was really Shang Xiaoyan, the overlord of Southeast Asia. There is no one who doesn't know Shang Xiaoyan. His Yan Emperor group covers all sectors of business, including pharmaceuticals, technology, military, and banking. He really lives up to his name as the man who dictates all of Southeast Asia's economic development. And right now, that man is staring at Li Qiao. Seeing the handsome man sitting across from her, Li Qiao immediately smiles. Shang Xiaoyan doesn't disappoint as he returns her smile with one of his own. Li Qiao doesn't even move when she sees his bodyguards drag out the man causing a disturbance. After staring at Shang Xiaoyan to her satisfaction, she immediately looks away. But will Shang Xiaoyan let his prey go just like that? A bodyguard soon comes up to Li Qiao and tells her Shang Xiaoyan wants to see her. The bodyguard himself is surprised. After serving his boss for many years, this is the first time he is requesting to meet a woman personally. Li Qiao goes with him, but he doesn't take her to a private room. Instead, he leads her downstairs to Xiaoyan's private car. When he opens the door for her, she sees Xiaoyan sitting inside. After confirming she came alone, he asks her to get in so he can take her home. Li Qiao refuses at first since she drove here, but once she sees Xiaoyan's tired look, she decides to accept his kindness. She gets in and thanks him. She has even found an excuse for her change of mind. She drank earlier, so she can't drive. The drive is silent until our dear girl can't take it anymore. She is really curious about her engagement to Shanglu and has no choice but to ask Xiaoyan. The man is surprised her family didn't tell her. Li Qiao tells him the version she heard, that their arranged marriage was decided when she was still in the womb. But she finds it weird because Shanglu is 3 years older than her. So why would they fix a marriage for a 3-year-old? Shang Xiaoyan merely glances at her before telling her not to bother. Since she is canceling it, she shouldn't care about its origins. This seems to make sense to Li Qiao. But she has an even more ridiculous question to ask. Turning to face Shang Xiaoyan, she grabs him and asks why the marriage wasn't fixed between her and Shang Xiaoyan instead. Xiaoyan is speechless and can only stare at the girl in shock. Even the poor driver listening to their conversation is so shocked, he almost causes an accident. He suddenly presses too hard on the brake, sending Li Chao falling, right into Shang Yu's arms. The poor driver is scared out of his wits as he apologizes to Shang Yu for his mistake. Shang Yu warns him never to repeat it. Meanwhile, the cause of all the problems is busy wondering if she might have asked something that would end her life. Because why is the driver so scared? He nearly caused them to have an accident. Poor Li Chao has been blinded by beauty so much she forgot she was supposed to be meeting her friend at the entertainment city. Only when she receives a call and is scolded by her friend does she remember. How can she lose face in front of her crush? She immediately yells wrong number and ends the call. Shang Xiaoyan is amused by her and asks if she really didn't come with a friend. Li Chao will rather die than admit she forgot her friend, and so she boldly says she doesn't know the caller. Sorry, Tangating. Her serious behavior makes Xiaoyan smile again. They arrive at the Li's family villa. Li Chao has just gotten down from the car when Xiaoyan tells Shang Lu will come the next morning to apologize. After all, the cancellation is his responsibility. Li Chao smiles and tells Xiaoyan she will see him tomorrow. The car remains in its spot until Li Chao has gone in. Only then do they drive away. Inside the car, his secretary announces that the old master wants him back in Parma tomorrow. Shang Xiaoyan refuses to go, making the poor assistant nervous. He is sure it is because of Li Chao. Li Chao didn't go to sleep like a normal person would. Instead, she is up at night trying to get Shang Xiaoyan's personal information. It seems to be working but suddenly fails at the last moment. Now Li Chao is really surprised. Even her cousin, someone who can break into the Red Hackers Alliance, couldn't dig up any information about him. Now, Li Chao is completely interested in him. She will have to investigate him herself. But first, she has to sleep. There is no rush since she will be meeting him tomorrow. As early as 9 a.m. the next day, a scared and reluctant Shang Lu comes knocking. He doesn't understand why he should be the one canceling an engagement he never agreed to. The door opens and he is met by a group of female staff smiling at him happily. He finds it weird because what kind of family has only female staff? Wait, female staff? Women? But it is too late for Shang Lu to run away as the women all rush towards him and starts touching him. Shang Lu screams for help, but of course no one comes to help him. Instead, the Li brothers are watching him struggle from upstairs. Li Cheng doesn't think this punishment is enough and wants to just shoot him off. Even the ever-gentle Li Yan agrees. They just found out that Shang Lu is allergic to women, and that was why the female staff were arranged outside to wait for him. But Li Yan still thinks the punishment is too light. Li Jun shares the same opinion as his brothers. He really wants to shoot that kid. But he cannot forget that Shang Lu is that man's brother no matter what. His brothers are confused and wonder if he is talking about Shang Xiaoyan. Just as they mention his name, the man himself appears. Of course, now that the overlord of the country is here himself, Li parents immediately rush out to welcome him. Li Chao follows them. As she passes by Xiaoyan, they share a glance. She finds the tobacco scent on him really attractive. Everyone heads inside to discuss, although they seem to have forgotten the allergic to women Shang Lu. Once inside, Li Chao immediately occupies the seat next to Xiaoyan and greets him casually, nearly giving her parents a heart attack. They scold her immediately, afraid she will anger Xiaoyan. Father Li wants to know why Xiaoyan is here. Our male lead explains that due to his brother's condition, he is here to cancel the engagement. However, even after knowing Shang Lu doesn't like women, the Li parents still seem reluctant to cancel the engagement. They ask Xiaoyan if the old master is aware of this. Xiaoyan tells them he will return to Parma to inform his father personally. Li Chao is happy to hear this, and thanks Xiaoyan. The Li parents are not, however, and immediately scold her, causing Li Chao to be suspicious. She asks them if she did something wrong, which they cannot answer. Father Li calls Xiaoyan away, and the two men head upstairs. Li Chao's brothers are also confused. Li Cheng has to ask his mother if they are hiding something from them. It is clear Shang Lu doesn't want to marry their sister, so why are their parents insisting? He wants to know the truth behind this engagement. Mother Li says he is speaking nonsense. Li Cheng tells her if that is so, they can just cancel the engagement directly. Yet Mother Li refuses. This just makes Li Chao more curious. It is clear her parents never intended to cancel the engagement, and she must figure out why. The men have finished discussing. Shang Xiaoyan is about to leave when somebody calls out to him. He looks back to see Li Chao approaching him. She doesn't waste time and tells him he already knows what she wants to ask. He tells her to ask her father instead. Li Chao is frustrated and demands to know if he really won't tell her. He apologizes and insists on keeping the truth away from her. Li Chao doesn't want to give up. She has one last question. Can this engagement be broken off? Shang Xiaoyan stares at her for so long, she thinks he isn't going to answer. Just before she can get frustrated, he suddenly moves closer to whisper in her ears. He tells her the engagement can be canceled if she wishes. Now she has to tell him. Does she want to cancel the engagement? Since the man is willing to help her out, why would Li Chao reject him? She immediately admits she wants the engagement canceled and asks if he is willing to help her. He smiles and promises to grant her wish. Just then, someone suddenly yells her name and rushes forward to pull her away from Xiaoyan. Li Jun immediately comes to defend his sister and asks what Xiaoyan means. He wants to know if he plans on helping his brother bully Li Chao. Li Chao finds this interesting and wants to hear what Xiaoyan will say. He promises them that Shang Lu will face the consequences of his actions. The poor Shang Lu, who has just been rescued by his bodyguard? The Li brothers are happy to hear this while Shang Lu is wondering if he was adopted or picked up from the streets. While he is wailing, Li Jun immediately glares at him. Sensing danger, Shang Lu rushes his bodyguard to get him out of here. Any later and he might not be able to leave alive. The two immediately run away. Li Jun waves him off, promising to see him around. Done with threatening Shang Lu, Li Jun faces his sister. He wants to know what she told Xiaoyan, but she says they were just whispers. He doesn't believe her. What whispers? It looked more like she was provoking him. He is about to start scolding her, but she runs off to school. This girl, Li Jun doesn't know what to do about her. If she really angers Shang Xiaoyan, even the whole Li family won't be able to protect her. Li Chao has just arrived at school when she is ambushed. Tang Ting has been waiting for her and wants to know the truth. Did she really leave the city that night with Shang Xiaoyan? Tang Ting seems afraid of him and calls him the devil of Southeast Asia. She doesn't believe her friend will go with him. Indeed, she hears Chao say no. She is just about to celebrate when Chao says Xiaoyan is not a devil, confirming that she knows him. Tang Ting is shocked. How did her friend get to know that overlord? The two are playing around when a girl suddenly stops them. She doesn't look very friendly and she makes it clear she doesn't like Li Chao. She thinks Li Chao is just a pauper with a pretty face. When Chao says she isn't moving back into campus, the girl asks if she is going to work for her sugar daddy. This makes Tang Ting furious. She doesn't understand why Jiang Yi keeps targeting Chao just because she beat her and won their department's beauty pageant. Jiang Yi says she is just telling the truth because Chao is destroying their school's reputation. Tang Ting is furious and scolds her for spreading rumors. Before she can pull her fighting moves, Chao immediately stops her and leads her away. Her best friend is still angry. She doesn't understand why Li Chao keeps tolerating that girl. All she needs to do is drop her father's name and that girl's pride would crumble. Li Chao says her father doesn't like them flaunting their wealth. Tang Ting doesn't believe her. Her friend is just lazy. Chao doesn't think Jiang Yi is worth it. Besides, her parents and brothers aren't young anymore. She has already been kidnapped once. If it happens a second time, they won't be able to take it. Tang Ting is reminded of the time Chao was kidnapped. She was just 7 years old. The rescue didn't go as planned, almost costing Li Chao her life. That is why her eldest brother entered politics, to strengthen their local security. The third brother also built his private forces near the border, and even though her second brother is an artist, he spends all his time by Li Chao's side, guarding her. Li Chao is really cherished. She is the Li family's entire world. Comparing herself to such a treasure just makes Tang Ting sob. She might be the Tang family's heiress, one of the 5 biggest families in Southeast Asia. But she really is like some picked from the trash. The two girls head inside their dorm room. Li Chao is busy texting her third brother's right hand, Man Xin, to get her Shang Xiaoyan's phone number. He warns her not to tell her brother he helped and gives her the number. Our girl immediately sends a message to the number. She reminds him she is waiting for his good news. After getting his number, Li Chao is feeling very proud. Meanwhile, on a plane, Shang Xiaoyan's assistant has just received a message and hurries to show his boss. Hearing it might be from Li Chao, Xiaoyan grabs the phone. However, he can't help but feel a little upset and wants to know how she got his assistant's number. The poor man expresses he is very innocent. He is also confused too. Xiaoyan sends her a message on his secretary's phone, then saves her number to his. Li Chao has just received a message from her man, making her very happy. Tang Ting has no idea her friend is chatting with the devil and just assumes she is happy because her thesis is finished. Li Chao doesn't deny and goes to check her thesis only to discover the file has been damaged. The thesis she spent over a week writing. and it is over 10,000 words. Tang Ting is feeling sad for her friend, but Li Chao isn't worried. She still has time to explain to her friend that it must have been someone's handiwork, since the computer only has a simple password lock and she always leaves it in the ROM. Someone must have corrupted the file on purpose. Tang Ting is in disbelief as she wonders who could be so wicked. Li Chao already has a suspect in mind, Jiang Yi. Only she could come up with such a low-level trick. Unfortunately for the girl, it doesn't work. Not only does Li Chao restore the file, she is now determined to deal with Jiang Yi. Li Chao has just returned home when someone ambushes her. The person is determined to kill her. But instead of using a weapon, he decides to use his beauty. Staring at her second brother, who is striking poses and glowing with beauty, she wonders if he is going for a beauty pageant. He tells her he is not. He is going for an art exhibition and wants her to come with him. He promises to split the profits 60-40 with her if she helps him pick some paintings. Chao isn't interested. Her reason? She doesn't lack money. Li Yan doesn't give up. Even if she doesn't need money, he just wants to give it to her. Sob, I need such a brother. Li Chao can't defeat her brother and ends up going with him. They arrive at the Royal Arts Gallery together. Everyone is stunned by Chao's beauty and keep gossiping about her. The girl in question isn't bothered. Instead, she notices the paintings are sponsored by Yan Group. Leon is worried his sister is bored. What he doesn't know is that his little sister is busy wondering if Xiaoyan will come since the exhibition is hosted by his company. Li Yan is called over by his friends and leaves Li Chao behind. As soon as he does, some people with bad intentions appear. A handsome man approaches Li Chao and asks if she is interested in getting to know him. Of course her answer is, no. The man smiles darkly. Beautiful women will always have attitudes, but that just makes him want to conquer them more. The man doesn't give up and introduces himself as Zhuifang, the chief executive officer of Yan Emperor Group. This makes Li Chao pause. This man is from Xiaoyan's company. He hands her his business card, proud that his tactics are working. He is wrong because Li Chao is more concerned about what Xiaoyan's role is in the company if Zhuifang is the CEO. Hearing her talk about his boss, his attitude changes and he warns her to stop asking. Chao says she is just curious. After all, it is normal for a penniless student like her to be interested in the Yan Emperor Group. Zhuifang is surprised to hear she is still in school. She tells him she is graduating soon but doesn't have an internship yet. She wants to know if Yan Group takes interns. Zhuifang has been enchanted by her beauty and promises to get her an internship spot in their company. Li Chao is happy with her new job, but Li Yan is not. He is horrified. He forbids Li Chao from working there. But can Li Yan control someone as wild as Chao? With just one threat from her, he has already folded. She promises to give him a rare painting if he promises to keep silent about her internship with the Yan Emperor Group. And so, not even 5 seconds after his big protests, our dear Li Yan is bought over. The next day, Li Chao is still sleeping when someone calls her urgently. She picks up only to hear Tang Ting yelling at her. It turns out photos of her leaving Royal Hotel with a man have spread across their school forum. They are even accusing her of seducing a married man. The matter isn't small, as even the school's administration official account was also mentioned. If Li Chao doesn't clarify, they might delay her graduation for moral misconduct. Tang Ting is sure Jiang Yi is behind this, no matter how much she says she doesn't hear a response from Li Chao. Well, that is because the girl is still sleeping. After telling Tang Ting to let them talk, she goes back to sleep. It is only when she wakes up hours later that she deals with the issues. After instructing her people to hack the school forum, she gives them a file. It has to be dropped next Monday on their thesis defense. Since Jiang Yi went through so much trouble to frame her, she also has to do the same for her. She will even pick her big day to return the gift. Li Chao is just about to head out when the door opens and Xiaoyan walks in. She is pleased to see him and wants to know when he returned. He says he just came back. He has come to tell Li Chao the result. Just as she wished, the engagement has been cancelled. Li Chao is happy to hear this and invites Xiaoyan out to dinner to thank him. Unexpectedly, the man turns her down and calls it unnecessary. Li Chao can't believe he actually refused and is disappointed. She is still sulking when the man turns around and invites her to go bowling. Of course, Li Chao agrees. Looking at the man leading the way for her, she thinks rumors are really unreliable. Shang Xiaoyan is clearly a gentle soul. After a game of bowling, Xiaoyan is impressed with Li Chao's skills and praises her. He even hands her his handkerchief. Their sweet time is interrupted by Xiaoyan's friends. It seems the couple have the same behavior of ditching their friends for love because Xiaoyan's friends are here and complaining. Xiaoyan was supposed to meet them to discuss business, but instead he left them to go bowling with a woman. Ah, Of course, Xiaoyan's friends aren't ordinary people. One is Ubai, the nation's heartthrob and the top celebrity. The other guy is Chuhuan, the heir to Nanyang Machinery Holdings. Li Qiao introduces herself to them. Once he hears her surname, Ubai immediately relates her to Li Cheng. She admits he is her third brother and wants to know if Bai knows him. Chuhuan is surprised Li Qiao doesn't recognize Ubai. Even Xiaoyan is surprised she doesn't know him. She must be the first woman alive not to know the A-list superstar. Huan introduces the top star to her, but Qiao isn't interested. The poor man is upset and calls her whole family bandits. They are all blind. The couple aren't bothered by the two clowns and are planning to have dinner together. Xiaoyan wants to treat Li Qiao to a meal as a reward for winning. Staring at his gorgeous face, Li Qiao for once gets shy and after asking him to pick a place for dinner, runs off. As soon as she leaves, the two men start gossiping about her. Chuhuan wants to know why Xiaoyan would bring his younger brother's rejected fiancé here. Ubai is even more nasty, and directly says Xiaoyan is taking his brother's sloppy seconds. Hearing this, Huan immediately panics for his friend. He reminds him that someone Xiaoyan personally brings over is someone important to him. Ubai is confused until he sees Xiaoyan's angry face. Before he can apologize, someone interrupts him. Li Qiao didn't expect to hear such nasty words after coming back to fetch her bag. She tells Ubai he used the wrong words. The man doesn't want to back down and asks who she is to control what he says. She doesn't care and just reminds him to keep his stupid opinions to himself. After all, he is someone that can't even manage to defeat her third brother, talk less of defeating her. Ubai is nervous and wonders if he really just got threatened. The two friends watch Xiaoyan leave with Li Qiao and can't help but wonder just what is going on between the two of them. During dinner, Li Qiao can't stop staring at Xiaoyan. You can't blame her, even his fingers are attractive. Xiaoyan notices the staring girl and tells her to stop looking and to eat. Li Qiao is determined to chase this man. She wants to know what went through his mind after hearing his friend accuse him of taking his brother's sloppy seconds. Xiaoyan asks her to take a guess. Li Qiao is sure his first thought must have been to ship out Bai off to mine materials in Africa. Xiaoyan expresses that he doesn't own an African mine. Li Qiao is at first disappointed thinking he is protecting his friend, until the man leans over and asks her if she really wants him to send Ubai to Africa to mine. Li Qiao is not a woman to hide her desires and quickly agrees. Xiaoyan tells her he will have to disappoint her since Ubai still has 3 film contracts with Yan Entertainment. Li Qiao isn't too bothered. She asks if they can talk after the contract expires, which Xiaoyan agrees to. And so, poor Ubai's fate is decided. Serves him right. Li Qiao is still bothered about her engagement with Shanglu and would like to know if it can really be cancelled. Xiaoyan assures her it can be done. His father will come personally to apologize to her parents next week. Li Qiao is very pleased and thanks him. 2 hours later, and our female lead is at home. She has just finished showering and has somehow gotten the idea to hack into Lu Yun's, Xiaoyan's assistant, phone to see if she can get Shang Xiaoyan's number. Girl, why didn't you just ask the man for it over dinner? It indeed works, and she immediately copies the number. Thankfully, she is fast enough because the next second, she is discovered. Over at Xiaoyan's side, his men are panicking. Another man is helping Lu Yun cover his tracks, while scolding him for being useless and letting someone hijack his contacts. Lu Yun goes off to report to Xiaoyan first. Lu Yun apologizes to his master as he reveals his phone contacts were hacked and Xiaoyan's number might have been taken. He is still waiting for Xiaoyan to punish him. Xiaoyan wants to know if they have tracked the person who did it. Before Lu Yun can respond, Xiaoyan's phone rings. It is a text from Li Qiao asking him to save her number. Xiaoyan smiles as he knows who the culprit is now. He even praises her for actually finding his private number. Of course, he did that in his mind, otherwise his assistant would have had a panic attack. Li Qiao not only wants Xiaoyan's number, but also his WeChat. The two keep chatting while the poor Lu Yun is still worrying about finding the culprit. The person is too smart, he used different addresses to throw them off. Xiaoyan tells him to stop the investigation, shocking Lu Yun. He is worried about Xiaoyan's number being leaked, but the man tells him to stop investigating and sends him away. Now Lu Yun is more confused. No punishment? Since when did their boss become so merciful? It doesn't make sense at all. It is Monday, and it is time for the thesis defense at Nanyang University. After her subordinate tells her the post has been made on the forum, Li Qiao is satisfied. Jiang Yi is up next to present. As she passes by Li Qiao, she doesn't forget to mock her for daring to show up. Our girl isn't bothered, as she simply tells Jiang Yi she can show up if the girl can. Jiang Yi doesn't understand, But then she notices the people around staring at her and murmuring. They seem to be talking about a new post that has been put up. Jung Yi is getting worried as she wonders why they are looking at her like that. Suddenly, the door is pushed open and a woman rushes inside yelling and looking for Li Chao. Jung Yi is instantly pleased and immediately points out Li Chao to the woman. In her mind, she is ready to watch the show. What a joke. The woman immediately calls Li Chao a homewrecker. Jung Yi pretends to be surprised and says the woman must have met the wrong person. She insists that Li Chao's family might be poor, but she will never do such a thing as being someone's mistress. The woman is even more angry after hearing this. No wonder her husband's credit cards get swiped for tens of thousands every month. This girl is a pauper. She demands to know just how much Li Chao has milked him off. Our girl is tired of this farce and immediately stops playing with her pen. She asks the woman only one question. Is she finished yet? The woman is shocked at first, and then she becomes even more angry. She doesn't know what gave Li Chao the guts to speak to her that way, and is determined to teach our girl a lesson. She raises her hands to slap this shameless homewrecker. But is our female someone to just wait around and be beaten? She immediately pushes the woman's hand away and slaps her face with her book. Before the woman, Lu Wen, can continue making trouble, Li Chao asks her to look at the phone. While the woman is going through the phone, their other classmates immediately start speaking up for Li Chao. They tell the professor Jung Yi is the real mistress. A new forum post has been put up, and this one even has clear photos. Jung Yi is the one who framed Li Chao. She is the other woman. Jung Yi is shocked to hear this and hurries to check the school's forum. The girls weren't lying. There are photos showing Li Chao attending an art exhibition with a man while Jung Yi was caught entering a luxury suite with another man. It is clear who the real mistress is. Lu Wen is more angry now. She turns on Jung Yi and starts scolding her. She is the one sleeping with her husband, and yet she had the guts to email her and accuse someone else of being the other woman. Jung Yi tries to deny it and says she doesn't know what is happening. She insists Li Chao must be the one framing her. However, Lu Wen isn't falling for her lies anymore. She immediately starts beating the girl up. Not only did she cheat with her husband, she even dared to use her. Li Chao is amused watching the two fight. Just then, a teacher arrives and calls the three women away. The three women are in the dean's office. Lu Wen isn't satisfied and asks the dean to give her an explanation since his student seduced her husband. The man tells her to calm down since her husband is already on his way. While the rest are fighting, Li Chao is busy playing with her phone. She finds the women too dramatic. She suddenly starts thinking of her sweet Xiaoyan and wonders what he is doing. Since she is someone who always does what she wants, she sends him a message of a rose. The man immediately replies, making her very happy. He wants to know what is wrong, but she just keeps teasing him and sends him 2 roses this time. He doesn't reply, making her think she might have teased him too much. Or is he busy? Suddenly her phone rings. He is calling. Li Chao stands up and walks away, leaving the people in the room confused. Lu Wen yells at her not to leave. Li Chao glares at her and asks if she is looking for a fight. The dean is tired and chases her out to take her call. Lu Wen is confused. Why is the dean indulging this girl? What kind of relationship is this? Li Chao is still on her call. Xiaoyan wants to know who is causing trouble for her, but she assures him it is just an outsider. The man is not reassured and demands to know if someone is bullying her at school. Li Chao laughs and tells him no one can bully her. After all, she is someone who can even beat him. Xiaoyan realizes she is right. He has somehow found out she is defending her thesis today. Li Chao is surprised and wants to know how he found out. He doesn't answer her. He just wants to know when it ends. She isn't sure though, and he reminds her to focus on her defense. Li Chao has just ended the call when the dean comes out. He comes over and begins scolding her for having a boyfriend now. Turns out the dean is her uncle. Li Chao reminds the man of their grandfather's secret to staying young. The man is amused and starts rubbing her head as revenge for her calling him nosy. Once he is done messing up her hair, he warns her not to handle things on her own. Next time something like this happens, she has to tell him. Li Chao assures him there won't be a next time, and only then does he let her go. He goes off to fetch Lu Wen's husband, Chen Lizhao. As soon as the man comes in, his wife tries to call him, but he warns her to shut up. Looking very angry, he demands to know if she planned all this. Chen Lizhao wasn't talking about his wife, but his mistress. Jung Yi tries to deny it, but before she can, the man slaps her. He calls her names while scolding her for scheming behind his back. Jung Yi is confused. She doesn't understand how this happened. This was clearly a plan between her and Li Zhu. He wanted to expose their relationship in order to force Lu Wen to divorce him, while she would use the chaos to take down Li Kao. So how did it become her fault? Li Zhu immediately rushes to Li Chao's side to beg for her forgiveness. Seeing her husband bowing down and apologizing to Li Kao, Lu Wen is also shocked. He sounds so submissive. Jiang Yi also wonders if he is insane. Li Chao doesn't make things too hard for him and accepts the apology. She warns him never to let it happen again. She suddenly mentions the issue of her computer being hacked into and her thesis being deleted. She knows he did it just to help Jiang Yi and tells him he will have to explain to the Secretary General personally. Li Zhu is even more afraid now. He begins to wonder what her relationship is with Secretary General Li Jun. He really doesn't want his career to be ruined because of this. Li Qiao is done dealing with them and leaves. Her brother isn't, though. He calls her and promises to make them all pay. Li Qiao thanks him, but she thinks that might be too much. People around suddenly start whispering. A fleet of cars drive in, making the students wonder which VIP has just arrived. The car even has the Yan Group's logo. Upon hearing that, Li Qiao immediately guesses it might be Xiaoyan. Sure enough, a bodyguard appears asking about her. He tells her that Xiaoyan already knows what happened at her school today. He has even called the university president to personally handle the issue. Now it is Li Qiao's turn to start feeling worried. This is clearly an overkill. How did a small problem turn into them involving the university president? She wants to see Xiaoyan, and the bodyguard says he is in the car, taking her to meet him. The man is busy working, but he immediately puts it away when Li Qiao appears. She starts flirting immediately. She sees him, asking if he came here for her. He doesn't answer and just wants to know if she fought anyone. She says she didn't since she is a model student. He smiles and reminds her to meet the president if she needs anything. Li Qiao doesn't agree and tells him such a small matter doesn't need the president himself to get involved. Xiaoyan tells her it is no trouble, so she just has to go ahead. Li Qiao isn't one to refuse an opportunity to flirt. She moves closer to him and decides that since Shang Xiaoyan is being so kind, she has to treat him to lunch. 5 minutes later, Li Qiao steps out of the car. She has just been rejected. She feels a little upset and consoles herself. Maybe Xiaoyan was just here for business and was being polite. Before she leaves, the bodyguard suddenly stops her and tells her the boss has reserved lunch for her at Crystal Pavilion. All she has to do is just go over. Li Qiao is surprised and wants to know when he arranged this, so he won't eat with her, but he can order food for her? The bodyguard's reply changes her mind, though. He reveals Xiaoyan ordered this on his way here. But unfortunately, he can't join her for lunch because he has to attend a meeting in another city. This makes Li Qiao feel better. It isn't that he won't join her. He can't. She asks the bodyguard to give Xiaoyan her thanks and waves as the car leaves. Li Qiao isn't going to enjoy a good meal at the famous Crystal Pavilion by herself. She takes her 2 friends along with her. Although Tang Ting is still doubtful, she is afraid they will be kicked out. Li Qiao assures her that wouldn't happen. As expected when they arrive, a waiter is already there to lead them to their table. Looking at the dishes, Li Qiao is very happy when she sees Xiaoyan ordered only food she likes. He remembered every food she avoided during their last meal together. She sends him a message to thank him. While her 2 friends are enjoying this special meal, Li Qiao is busy texting Shang Xiaoyan. Upon hearing that he is still on his way to Lin City, Li Qiao is touched. The fastest road to Lin City takes 2 hours, and it is already past noon. The summit starts at 1 p.m., meaning Xiaoyan won't be able to have lunch. Li Qiao is touched because he changed his plans and came to see her first. She suddenly stands up and tells her friends she has business to attend to. Since the bill has been paid, she rushes away. Once they are alone, Wen mentions she saw the name in the receipt, and the charges were billed to the Yang Group's account. She wants to know if Li Qiao really knows Shang Xiaoyan. Tang Ting doesn't answer. She knows the girl is just trying to fish for information, but she won't give her the chance. Meanwhile, Miss Li Qiao is on her way to Yan City Convention Center. That's right. She went all the way to see her man. Shang Xiaoyan has no idea of this. He is receiving reports in his car when his phone suddenly rings. It is a text from Li Xiao asking if he has any dinner plans. Shang Xiaoyan is surprised by how concerned she is about his meals today. He tells her he will have dinner at the hotel. She suddenly sends a picture of some gorgeous flowers, saying she took it while passing by. Xiaoyan looks outside. They just happen to be passing by those same flowers. He immediately calls her asking if she is in Yan City. Of course, Li Qiao has prepared her excuse and says she came there to attend another program and relax. Xiaoyan doesn't question her obvious lie and only asks if she has eaten yet. She tells him she has ordered and is waiting for food and invites him to join her. The location even happens to be the hotel where Shang Xiaoyan is staying at. 20 minutes later, Xiaoyan has arrived. His assistant tells him where Li Qiao is seated, but panics after his boss leaves. Just how did Li Qiao manage to find out where Xiaoyan is staying? That is supposed to be a top-level secret. The couple finally meet for dinner. Li Qiao thanks Xiaoyan for joining her. He wants to know when she arrived, and she says this afternoon. She takes a guess and asks if he skipped lunch. He says he did, asking if she wants to make it up to him. Li Qiao admits she does want to make it up and wants to know if he will give her the chance to do so. Shang Xiaoyan says yes and promises to give her anything she asks for. Qiao is pleased to hear this. Dinner is brought in. Upon seeing the food, Shang Xiaoyan suddenly smiles and asks Li Qiao if she researched his preferences. Li Qiao admits she did. Since she finally got a chance to invite the mighty Master Yan to dinner, she surely has to order to his taste. Xiaoyan wants to know how long she plans on staying in Yan City for. She tells him she is heading back the next day or the day after. He offers her a ride back to Nanyang. After all, it is not safe for a woman to drive long distances alone. Just admit you want her company, sir. Li Qiao is surprised he isn't staying longer, and he tells her he just needs to show up for the closing ceremony in a week. The two are heading outside when Xiaoyan's assistant stops him and whispers something into his ears. Whatever it is, it must be serious because Xiaoyan immediately bids Li Qiao goodbye and rushes away. It is the next morning and it isn't even 8 a.m. when Li Qiao goes looking for Xiaoyan. The bodyguards outside his door are shocked seeing her coming out from the room next door. Just how did she know? Li Qiao isn't concerned about that because she has just noticed the bloodstains on the floor. Her first thought is that Xiaoyan is injured, making her panic. She wants to go in and see him. The bodyguards are a bit hesitant and confused. Normally, the answer would have been a very big no, but everyone in the security team knows that the boss gives Li Xiao special treatment. He doesn't know if this person is someone important, but they should not offend her. And so he opens the door. Good choice, brother. Qiao rushes inside only to see Xiaoyan is safe. It is his assistant, Liu Yun, who is injured. His other assistant, Mochizuki, is trying to treat him. She is instantly relaxed and goes to sit beside Xiaoyan. They explain to her that an incident happened. Xiaoyan wants to know if she is afraid, but Qiao is truly not. After all, she has seen worse. Watching Mochizuki try to sew up Liu Yun's wound, she notices he is doing a bad job. If he continues, it is going to cause more injury to the man. Shang Xiaoyan is surprised and asks if she has experience with knife wounds, which she admits she does. She offers to help his assistant out, only if Xiaoyan trusts her. Would Xiaoyan dare say he doesn't? Li Qiao goes ahead to help Liu Yun attend to his injury. 10 minutes later, and she is done. Xiaoyan orders the assistants to go back to Nanyang. The two assistants have just stepped outside when Mochizuki raises his suspicions. He knows Li Qiao studied engineering, and that has nothing to do with medical skills. Yet she seemed really experienced, and her techniques just now were very professional. Liu Yun advises him not to overthink it. The boss is smart. He must have noticed something even Mochizuki could notice. Since they cannot feel any ill intent from Li Qiao, he advises Mochizuki to stop worrying. But the man is still afraid. He is worried Li Qiao might plan to harm Shang Xiaoyan. Li Qiao has no idea Xiaoyan's assistants are now on guard against her. She is busy accompanying the man. She wants to know if he still has business in Yan City so she can go back alone. Shang Xiaoyan refuses. He tells her he has promised her, and since he has, he will make sure to fulfill it no matter how busy he is. He changes the topic, asking Li Qiao if she learned how to suture wounds before. She doesn't give a direct answer, and Xiaoyan does not insist on asking. He just praises her skills. Xiaoyan is aware the Shang family have a traditional Chinese medicine lineage. Even Shang Lu is a well-known doctor. It is time for the two to return home, and Li Qiao quickly forgets what Xiaoyan said. Li Qiao has been asleep and only wakes up when she feels something is wrong. She finds Xiaoyan staring at her, and he smiles, seeing her awake. Just like she thought, something is wrong because they have been surrounded. She asks Xiaoyan what is happening, and he says it is just a small disturbance. Li Qiao isn't afraid. She even has time to study the cars following them and comes to a conclusion. The people driving these cars are not qualified to kill Shang Xiaoyan. Xiaoyan stares at her for a while before he starts laughing. This makes Li Qiao upset, and she asks if her honesty is funny. He tells her he isn't laughing at her. It is just that hearing her say that makes him very happy. The two suddenly lean closer to each other. Yes, their first kiss. Unfortunately, before they can kiss, a car suddenly hits theirs from behind. Xiaoyan is furious and asks his bodyguards what they are doing. They apologize and promise to handle it immediately. He turns to the girl in his arms and starts examining her, worried she is hurt. Li Qiao playfully tells him it isn't that easy to hurt her. There it is. That moment again. The two are so close, staring into each other's eyes. Surely they are about to kiss. And they almost do, except the bodyguard chooses that moment to return. Seeing the two people glaring at him, he has a scary feeling he is being judged. Yes, you are. Li Qiao has finally arrived home. She thanks Xiaoyan for the ride and steps out of the car. Before she can go inside, she meets her third brother waiting outside for her. Li Cheng demands to know where she was last night. Princess Li Qiao doesn't answer and even plans to walk away. Li Cheng doesn't let her go. She can't dodge him today. He asks if she was with Xiaoyan since he just saw the man's car. Li Qiao gives her excuse. She didn't go with Xiaoyan, they only came back together. Li Cheng expresses he is very frustrated right now. Just what is the difference? He gives Li Qiao a stern warning. She has to stay away from Shang Xiaoyan. Li Qiao wants to know if her brother has a grudge against Shang Xiaoyan. Li Cheng denies having any problems with the man. Li Qiao then tells him to get out of her way. Why is he stopping her from seeing Shang Xiaoyan? But Li Cheng is being serious. He grabs her hand and tells her even if he doesn't personally hate Xiaoyan, others will still want the man dead. He warns his sister about Shang Xiaoyan. The man has never been good. All she has seen is just his surface. Hearing her brother, who rules the borderlands and isn't exactly a good man, warning her that Shang Xiaoyan is no saint, Li Qiao is now more curious. Just what other hidden sides does Xiaoyan have? Li Cheng insists she stay away from Xiaoyan, saying it is for her own good. Knowing her brother won't give up until she agrees, she pretends to do so. In her mind, however, she just agreed verbally. That doesn't mean she will really obey him. Besides, she has never claimed to like good men. Li Qiao recalls her past, especially her borderland days, and admits she might not be a good person either. Li Cheng suddenly calls out to her and informs her the brothers at the border hope she will visit. He is worried about her. It has been 3 years since Hui's accident, so she should just let it go. Hearing this makes Li Qiao upset and she yells at her brother to stop. Some things must never be forgotten, and she can never forgive herself for it. Li Qiao is still upset when she receives a call from her master. The man is furious at this wicked disciple who just abandoned her master. Li Qiao immediately starts praising him, but he doesn't fall for it. After all, she hasn't visited him in 2 months. Only when Li Qiao promises to see him tomorrow does the man calm down. He tells her he will be at the association in the morning, so she should come there. Her senior brother would also be around. The next day, Li Qiao arrives at the Nanyang Funeral Association. Her master is the 9th elder, Nanyang's golden embalmer. Her master does not make it easy for her. Since she came to apologize, why is she standing around like a mute? Li Qiao clearly knows the way to the man's heart as she drops an envelope on the table. It is the association's funds for the next semester. The 9th elder is very happy and counts this as a proper apology. Li Qiao wants to know if there have been any new jobs. Her master can tell she is thinking about that person again. Anytime that happens, she always comes looking for jobs. She admits that she dreamt of him last night. Her master tells her there is an embalming ceremony on Saturday at Nanyang Mountain and offers to take her with him. Li Qiao is more relieved after hearing that and takes her leave. Her master is worried about her. Since that person died because of her and was denied proper funeral rites, she went to learn funeral arts as a way to punish herself. Li Qiao has just stepped out of the building when she is stopped by her senior. Mo Qizhong wants to give her something. A protection charm he got from a temple? He already gave their master one and kept the other for her. Li Qiao refuses and tells him she doesn't need it, but he insists on giving it to her. He asks her to make a fair trade and treat him to milk tea instead if she is so embarrassed. Qiao cannot resist and so agrees with him. Unknown to her, a certain someone happens to be in the area and has just seen her with a man. From the look on Shang Xiaoyan's face, he really isn't happy. The two have ordered milk tea, and Li Qiao wants to know if Qizhong has something to tell her. The man seems to struggle for a bit before finally giving up and saying he has nothing to say. Li Qiao doesn't waste time with Qizhong. Since he has nothing to say, she immediately leaves. Coming out from the cafe, she notices someone staring at her. It is Shang Xiaoyan. Looking at his smile, Li Qiao finds it very scary. She wonders if he is upset. Of course, that won't stop her from going to tease him. Li Qiao goes to greet him and asks if he is in the old town for business. Shang Xiaoyan doesn't answer her question. He only has one question. Was that boy her boyfriend? In his mind, he wonders if that was why she rushed to break off the engagement with Shang Lu. Looking at the frowning man who is clearly upset, Li Qiao wonders if he is jealous. She explains the man is not her boyfriend and she is really single. Shang Xiaoyan is pleased to hear this. In order to get a smile from the beauty, Li Qiao gives Xiaoyan the protection charm Qizhong just gave her. Xiaoyan doesn't refuse and collects it. Li Qiao can't help but find him very adorable. He wants to know why she is in the old town, and she says she came for business. He says he is also here for the same thing. Li Qiao doesn't want to disturb him, and so she heads home first. Unknown to her, immediately she leaves, the adorable man throws away the protection charm she just gave him. Li Qiao is lazing around in bed and receiving updates from her uncle. Her thesis defense has been rescheduled for the next day. Zhang Yi's disciplinary results are also out. Due to her multiple moral misconduct, she has been expelled from the school. Her uncle also tells her something surprising. Zhang Yi plagiarized her thesis too. The committee noticed a 50% similarity between her thesis and Li Qiao's. Li Qiao playfully asks her uncle why they assumed Zhang Yi copied her. It could have been the other way. Her uncle is amused. He knows his niece is the only student with access to those research institute documents. He reminds her not to be late tomorrow. The next day, Li Qiao is done with her thesis defense. As she leaves, the professors can't help but applaud her. No wonder the research institute wanted her at first sight. She is the most promising student their department has seen in years. Li Qiao doesn't pay them any mind. She is done with college, finally. Now what comes next? She is still in school grounds when someone calls out to her. It is the expelled Zhang Yi. She demands to know if Li Qiao is happy now that she has been expelled. In her mind, she is wondering who is backing Li Qiao. Even Chen Lizhou got fired from his unit. Our female lead tells the girl she is very satisfied. Zhang Yi tries to play the victim's card and begs Li Qiao to help her on account of them being roommates for 4 years. Girl, you tried to get her expelled. Li Qiao doesn't answer, no matter how much the girl begs. She even threatens to get her banished from Nanyang if she keeps disturbing her. Our girl is on her way home when she receives a call from a stranger. It turns out to be Zui Feng, the CEO of Yan Group, who gave her his card. He asks why she hasn't contacted him and if she still wants that internship. Li Qiao finally remembers who it is, that idiot Zui Feng. She tells him she still wants the internship, and he asks her to come to the Yang Group immediately. He will give her a tour. Li Qiao is pleased. She was just wondering what to do next when this arrived. This is indeed perfect timing. The Yan Group is located in the Nanyang Business District and covers over 30,000 square meters. And over half of businesses in the complex belong to Yan. This internship is the best thing that could have happened to Li Qiao. She immediately heads over to the Yan Group where Zui Feng takes her on a tour. Zui Feng is proud to have gotten himself a beautiful lady and is eager to show off. Since this is Li Qiao's first time in the headquarters, he plans to take her on a ride in the CEO's private elevator. Before he can do that, however, the elevator door opens and out steps no other person than Shang Xiaoyan. Zui Feng is surprised to see his boss. Behind him follows one of his assistants, Yu, who immediately teases Zui Feng. He calls him a playboy and asks which girl he is trying to seduce this time. Zui Feng immediately protests. His friend is trying to slander him. He wants his boss to leave first so they can take the next one. Xiaoyan isn't listening to him, however. He is busy staring at the girl behind Zui Feng. Yu notices the lady behind Zui Feng and panics. It can't be that Miss Li is the girl Zui Feng had been talking about, can it? If she really is, he might have to start preparing his friend's funeral. Xiaoyan allows them to ride the elevator with him. Zui Feng is surprised by this change. Normally, the boss would never allow outsiders into his private elevator. So why the sudden change? And like a logical person, Zui Feng comes to the conclusion that his boss, yes, his boss, must be trying to help him seduce a girl. Bro, seriously? Inside the elevator, our main leads keep exchanging glances. It seems Zui Feng wants to take a trip to heaven as he really has the guts to hide Li Qiao behind his back. The poor man thinks he is protecting Li Qiao as his boss is not someone she can just stare at. Unknown to him, he is just digging his grave. To the side, Yu silently mourns for him. It seems Xiaoyan's famous 4 assistants will become only 3 after today's incident. The elevator stops and Xiaoyan steps out. He doesn't forget to call a certain someone to come with him. Zui Feng thinks the boss is calling Yu, only for the boss to personally call Li Qiao's name. Poor Zui Feng. The poor man is about to die of shock when he realizes the two know each other. Inside his office, Xiaoyan immediately takes off his jacket and covers Li Qiao up. He is afraid she will catch a cold since the AC is too strong. Our girl is almost blinded by how handsome this man is. She stares so long that even Xiaoyan becomes uncomfortable and warns her to stop. He is still upset with her and demands to know her relationship with Zui Feng. She is truthful. She says she doesn't know the man well. Xiaoyan is doubtful, and so she explains that this is only her second meeting with Zui Feng. She claims the man recognized her talent and decided to employ her as his assistant. Xiaoyan is surprised that someone like her would be searching for a job. She explains she isn't lacking job offers, but she doesn't have any internship experience. Therefore, she wants to know if Xiaoyan needs any interns. Of course, our girl doesn't really want to intern. The plan to intern only took shape after she met Xiaoyan. Her desire to work at Yan Emperor is only because of him. Xiaoyan has no idea what her reason is and so turns her down. This makes Li Qiao very upset. Why would he refuse her so directly? Now everything is awkward. This man is not even gentlemanly. Xiaoyan isn't done talking. He tells her there is no opening for an intern, but she can work at the reception desk. Now, Li Qiao is really frustrated. She even asks the man if she offended him. Otherwise, why is he making her intern at the front desk? Her plan is to chase after him. How can she do so from afar? Is she going to be doing long-distance fan chasing? Xiaoyan doesn't seem like he is joking. He even agrees, admitting she offended him. Li Qiao has no idea how she did so, and wants him to give her some hints. It is only then she realizes she really doesn't know Shang Xiaoyan. Outside, he looks like a refined and polite man, but there is just this arrogance and wildness hidden behind it all. She is still lost in thought when Xiaoyan suddenly stands you and grabs her chin. He wants to know why she wants to intern at Yan Group. Is it because of Zhuifeng? Li Qiao isn't bothered and asks if Zhuifeng has to be the only option. He asks her who else would make her come over to Yan Group. Li Qiao smiles as she tells him she thought he already knew. There is only one man she is chasing. Xiaoyan doesn't seem to believe her and asks her if she is really sure about her choice. She finally opens up to him. The only reason she came to Yan Group to intern is because she is interested in Shang Xiaoyan. Xiaoyan is pleased to hear this. Sir, I thought you said there were no opening. So how come you are asking our girl how long she intends to stay for? Li Qiao says she wants the internship to last 3 months. She needs to report to the Research Institute by September. Xiaoyan tells her everything will go according to her wish. After settling things with his woman, it is time to punish the offender. He immediately makes a phone call and has Zhuifeng sent away to Parma. Li Qiao is amused by him and asks if Zhuifeng has been implicated by her. Xiaoyan only has one warning for her. If she doesn't want Zhuifeng to get into more trouble, she has to stay away from him. He even forbids any work-related contact between them. And so, a confused Zhuifeng is pushed onto the plane and sent to Parma. He can't help but wonder why this project was assigned to him. It must be because of that girl. She must be someone special to Xiaoyan. At least he is lucky to be alive and promises himself to watch his mouth from now on. It is weekend already, and Li Qiao has followed her master to attend a special funeral ceremony. Qiao begins attending to the body. She finds the man death such a waste. He was so young to die of a beating. 2 hours later, and the funeral preparations have been completed. They plan to move the busy to the hall for final farewells. Of course, Li Qiao and her master have to attend. And that is when she notices that Xiaoyan is the one hosting the funeral. It turns out that young man was one of his people. Li Qiao finds the rumors unbelievable. Everyone says Shang Xiaoyan is a cold-blooded and ruthless man with a savage nature. But to her, he is just a man who takes loyalty very seriously. After Yi2 funeral, Xiaoyan come over to thank Qiao's master. The master feels it is sad, but is sure the dead man must be happy to have a leader like Xiaoyan, someone who would arafgi his funeral. His death truly wasn't in vain. After greeting the master, Xiaoyan asks Li Qiao to come with him. She goes with him. She wants to know when he recognized her, and Bi says he knew she was the one the moment she appeared in the hall. Li Qiao teased him, saying she didn't know he paid that much attention to her. She wants him to speed up her engagement cancellation if he totally calls that much about her. He tells her his father will arrive in a few days and it will be settled then. He wants to know why she is in a rush, though. Our girl simply says it is disturbing her dating life. This makes Xiaoyan smiles, and he promises to hurry his father. He reminds her to report to the company on Monday and not be late. It is Li Qiao's first day at Yan Imperial. Her new boss is taking her around and introducing her. She advises Li Qiao to make herself familiar with the environment first and shows her where she will be working. The woman is curious about the suit Li Qiao is hearing, and honestly, so am I. It is just so pretty. Our girl promises to share the link later to her. Of course, that is if the lady is able to afford it. Just seeing the number of zeros on the suit makes her give up. She is so shocked, she wonders which privileged family this new intern came from. Spending 200,000 yen on a suit? That is the lady's whole annual salary. And so, rumors begin to fly in the company's group chat about the new intern. Everyone concludes she'd just be a young miss from a wealthy family here to experience commoner life. There are even a bunch of men wondering if they can ask her out. And that is the news that is reported back to Xiaoyan. When he hears that there are men finding excuses to talk to her, he immediately rushes back to the company. His little wife just not be stolen away. The first thing he does is asks Lin Liao Tansime and see him. He asks about her first day, which she tells him went very smoothly and pleasant. He is still restless and asks about her colleagues. Li Chao has no idea what the jealous man is thinking. Remembering how the HR lady welcomed and explained everything to her, she says they have all been welcoming. Xiaoyan is about to die of jealousy. Chao notices his mood change and is confused, wondering why he is suddenly upset. He doesn't say anything else to her, but immediately calls his assistants to move Li Chao's workstation into his office. He doesn't forget to punish those employees, too, for talking about his woman. Li Chao is confused. Why is he moving her into his office? How is she supposed to focus on interning there? Xiaoyan tells her job has now changed. She is no longer an intern, but his new special assistant. Li Chao is surprised to hear this. Xiaoyan thinks she has a problem with it. Bah, our girl is dancing around in her mind right now. She is very happy with this new arrangement. Of course, she has to pretend and tells Xiaoyan he is the boss, so he can do what he likes. Xiaoyan settles it and invites her for lunch, making her even more happy. The two have just settled down to enjoy their meal when the door suddenly opens. A woman rushes in but is surprised to see Li Cao. She begins to question our girl, asking who she is and why she is in Xiaoyan's office. Liu Yun arrives after the lady and rushes to pull her away. He tells her Li Chao is Xiaoyan's new assistant. Luo Yu is even more upset when she hears this. So this is the woman that got Zhuifeng demoted. Before she can continue, Xiaoyan suddenly asks her if she has forgotten her manner and rules. Luo Yu rushes to apologize. Li Chao is not bothered. She is sure the lady must be one of Xiaoyan's famous 4 great assistants. The two continue their meal. Xiaoyan is busy serving Li Chao and noting down her preferences. This makes Luo Yu even more upset. How can her boss be serving this lady? She tries to talk, but Xiaoyan suddenly shuts her up and tells her she is dismissed. While she's on standby, Xiaoyan and Li Chao finish their meal, and she watches as Liu Yun hurries to get the girl water. She can't believe her eyes. In her mind, he has fallen, but she, another member of the top 4 assistants who only serve the boss, refuses to bow to Li Chao. We can't blame her. She has no reason to acknowledge her. So Xiaoyan decides to give her one. He does this by handing her documents to translate into English. When she is done, he hands them over to Luo Yu, who expects to find errors and dwell on them. To her astonishment, instead of faults, she encounters a stunning display of competence. She is certain that even if she were handed this task, Li Cao's work would be above hers. Yep, she has earned her respect, although Luo Yu believes this isn't enough for her to be seen as someone fit to be by her master's side. Her comment, though bold, gets her no punishment from Xiaoyan. He only dismisses her, so he can address Li Chao properly. The girl is smart. Nonetheless, she knows Luo Yu doesn't like her and seizes the moment to ask him about her role in the company. Xiaoyan explains that she is the vice chairman, primarily responsible for the group's pharmaceutical companies and investments. Among his 4 assistants, she is currently the top performer, a height Li Chao had not known she had reached. She may have been acknowledged by some members of the top 4, but Xiaoyan is sure it won't be easy to gain recognition from all of them. He advises her to work hard so she can meet the task. But she knows he is making this request because he acknowledges her, and he wants the others to see the competence he sees in her. Away from that, he also needed to be alone with her to discuss his father's plan to visit her family tomorrow, concerning canceling the engagement, something she was really eager about. All she wants to know is if he'll turn up as well, and he intends to. Just for her, though. The following day, at her lavish home, the great elder Shang is welcomed by her family. They all sit down to talk and arrive at the conclusion that the engagement should be dissolved. His decision is solely because the 2 people involved are not interested in settling down together. Still, he doesn't look too happy about calling things off. Li Chao, on the other hand, is gladdened by the decision. And so is Xiaoyan for some reason. The elder's reason for coming over is fulfilled, no less. But he gets curious, suddenly, and asks her if she has ever visited Parma. Her reply is negative, but then he suggests she go back sometime. Funny, he is talking like she has been there before, meaning something is up. She can't put a finger on it now, but still, she is sure there is more to her ties with Parma than the engagement. Her father, unaware of her thoughts, is more interested in returning the marriage contract now that the engagement has been called off. Li Chao, knowing that this might be her last chance to see it, asks for a quick browse, but he refuses. His reaction tells her that the agreement must have been very serious. Who knows? Elder Shang, as a parting gift and to apologize for Shang Lu being rude to her, hands her a gold card. Once that's done, he leaves with Xiaoyan and Li Qiao, who claims she wants to see them out. To any who thinks she is doing this to show courtesy, she isn't. But because she is there when they are about to leave, he asks his father to go on without him, as he wants to have a word with her. Elder Shang, although suspicious of her, lets him stay, leaving without being able to pinpoint the reason for his suspicion. Li Qiao, on the other hand, when he walks over, inquires about the content of the marriage contract, revealing the real reason why she tagged along. In a flirty way, he admits he didn't know about the contract until today, and sees no reason to be troubled by its contents when the engagement has been called off. Instead of worrying about the contract, he wants her to worry about how she plans to thank him. Worrying about something like that is a hassle for her, so she plainly asks what he'd like as a gift. Xiaoyan, however, refuses to drop any hints, advising her to figure it out on her own. He then pulls away, and in a more formal tone, reveals to her that Luo Yu of the Four Assistants will be in charge of her outings from now on. He expects her to be disturbed by the arrangement, but she isn't, claiming that since he thought it, she has no reason to disprove it. There are no issues for now, but there will be if Luo Yu crosses any lines. The handsome underground ruler of Southeast Asia doesn't think she should be worried about anyone crossing her, admonishing her to do as she pleases, since he'll always be there to hold things down. The man has a way with words. We'll give him that. The following day, he is at her gate again and asks her to come out via text. Unlike usual, he came without his entourage, and she came down alone, so it's just the two of them. It's giving off romantic vibes, and Li Qiao immediately notices the signs and guesses he came because he wants to hang out, just the two of them. Reluctantly, he bursts her bubble, confessing that it's his father who wants to see her at their house for a casual meal with her. As soon as she hears this, her mood is dimmed, but Xiaoyan doesn't leave it that way. Warmly, he begs her to honor the invite, because he wants her there more than his father does. How can she say no to that? They both clearly like each other with the way they hold hands and stroll off like they are in some K-drama. A few hundred steps away from her house, Li Qiao confesses that although they could have driven, she is glad they strolled instead because of the calming scenery. She gets so engrossed in the moment that she trips, spraining her ankle and almost falls. Luckily for her, her knight in shining armor swoops in on time to save her. He is concerned about what she was thinking about when she tripped, but she decides to blame her near fall on his lawn, which he now plans to remove. He'll handle that later, though. For now, his focus is on her ankle. From his observation, it hurts her like hell, but Li Qiao knows that if he hadn't pointed out the sprain, she wouldn't have noticed it. She tries to tell him it really doesn't hurt, but he refuses to listen, lifting her, to take her inside, while beating himself up for walking instead of driving. In mere seconds, he is at his place, and he has Mochizuki, one of the four assistants, look at her sprain. After minutes of observation, he discovers it's a minor sprain and wants to apply ointment to it. Shockingly, Xiaoyan stops him from doing it and offers to apply it to her himself. She contests, assuring him that she can do it herself, but he is resilient, and she gives in and lets him help her out. Liu Yun, from a distance, watches in astonishment. He can't believe that their boss is kneeling before her, in their presence. When he is done, he orders Liu Yun to get the entire mountainside lawn torn up and replaced with new grass. Li Qiao, believing that's overkill, begs him not to stress that much, but he is determined to prevent accidents from happening again. His show of care helps her realize that Xiaoyan cares about her so much that he can't bear to see her get hurt, even the slightest. Anyway, her sprain is taken care of, the lawn will be destroyed, and the only thing left is lunch with his father, which they eventually get invited to. Boldly, he hoists her up and takes her for tea with his father. Upon entering the room, he reveals that she is injured, yet his father stays oddly silent. He knows his son and has never seen him take care of someone so thoughtfully. Li Qiao, on the other hand, asserts that it's not serious and goes on to thank Elder Shang for the diamond card he gave her as a gift yesterday. She feels unworthy of it, but he begs to differ. According to him, the card was already hers if she returned to Parma, with or without the engagement. His talking about her going back to Parma again feels like there's some hidden Easter egg she is missing. Determined to get to the bottom of things, she summons up the courage to ask him about her connection with Parma, but he intercepts her request of his own. He wants her to spend the night at their home because of her injury. She would have argued against it, but Xiaoyan steps in, supporting the idea. At this point, with the way she is being pampered, she can't tell if she sprained her ankle or broke her leg. She is hoisted up regardless, and is about to be taken away when his father informs him that they'll be journeying to Parma together tomorrow. He can't refuse and leaves with Li Qiao, taking her to the guest room. During the long walk there, she interrogates him, wanting to know how long he'll stay at Parma. His response carries uncertainty, but he'd like it if she tags along. As sad as it is for her, she declines the offer because of her grandfather's birthday tomorrow, which she can't miss. That's okay with him. They can always go another time, and she agrees. With that, he quits talking and takes her to the guest room. For the rest of the afternoon, he lets her be, returning late at night to check on her. To his surprise, the door is open and she isn't tucked in. His care for her doesn't let him leave her like that. It moves him to tuck her in and leave after planting a kiss on her head and wishing her goodnight. Unknown to him, she's actually awake and blushes because of the care overload she is receiving. Morning comes in no time, with the rising sun rays leaking into the house. Somehow, the rays make Li Qiao glow more, but the first thing Xiaoyan says is, "Sit down and eat." She is about to do so when he asks about her night. It's no news that she had a pleasant night, but she does complain about suspecting that someone entered her room last night. Obviously, she knows it was him, but she claims she figured out the intrusion from the light bulb she left on that was switched off by morning. Swiftly, he comes up with the excuse that the room has motion sensors and the lights turn off automatically after 10 minutes of no activity. She praises the house for being so high-tech, but brings up how she was tucked into bed as well. She wants to know if something high-tech also tucked her in, but he dodges the question by asking her to eat. When she is done, Luyun will take her to her grandfather's place. He's stubborn, but they don't have time to address that now. He has a plane to catch. Later in the day, at her grandfather's place, Li Qiao pulls up with her gift. Her grandfather, Duan Jingming, is very appreciative of the mystery in the box. Her cousin, Duan Yixuan, is also curious to know what's in the box, although her curiosity is channeled toward disdain. Grandpa Jingming, unaware of this, gladly opens the box to find an inkstone and a paintbrush, something Yixuan sees as junk. It's cheap nonsense to her, and she is about to pull out her gift when he stops her. It seems the gift Li Qiao got him is more than meets the eye. The inkstone is dragon-patterned from the Qianlong era of the Qing dynasty. Grandpa Jingming has a history with this fine piece, much to Yixuan's disappointment. Her jealousy towards her cousin is glaring, but things get worse for her with the arrival of Li Qiao's second gift. It's by far bigger than the first, but she doesn't know about it until it's brought in. From its size, she knows the mastermind behind it, Xiaoyan. It's a humongous wood screen that contains characters for good fortune, prosperity, and longevity. Added to this, it was made from 1,000-year-old camphor, which is good for repelling mosquitoes and promoting better sleep. Oldie knows this gift costs a lot and is curious about the price, but even she is oblivious to how much it's worth. Sure, the gift was delivered in her name, but wouldn't it have been better if he had delivered it in his? It would have been a proper show of respect between the families, but she can tell he got this because he assumed she didn't have time to pick out a gift for her grandfather. While Grandpa Jingming inspects it, she texts Xiaoyan to confirm. Unknown to Li Qiao, she has just drawn a serious battle line. Her cousin is convinced she is nothing without the backing of her family. She isn't even aware of the contest between her and Yixuan, who is planning to get into the Yan group and befriend Xiaoyan. When that is done, she knows she'll be made for life and nothing will separate them in status. Eventually, the party gets started, and by its end, Li Qiao heads home. On her way back, she is probably thinking of getting a hot bath or something, only to notice Luoyu not too far away. She is surrounded by men who look like they mean her harm. Calling the police would be a really wise thing to do right now, but instead she zooms toward the chaos. Luoyu, at the moment, is getting threatened by one of the men. He seems to be her former subordinate, threatening to cut her like he did Qingyu, the guy from the morgue that Li Qiao and her master took care of. Our girl is stunned to hear that it was he who did that man dirty and steps in when he continues to threaten Luoyu. She has handled his goons and plans to take him out if he doesn't stand down. She knows a thing or two about martial arts, but he doesn't know that. All he sees is a weak, defenseless girl, but this girl manhandles him. With his blade, she gives him a cut and also gets his phone from him. With the man taken care of, Li Qiao leaves in her car with Luo Yu, who hasn't recovered from the shock of witnessing Li Qiao throw down. She is curious, though, about the phone that she snatched and wants to know why she did it. Our girl explains that she took it to prevent him from calling back up, and also because she thought it would come in handy. With her little stunt this evening, Li Qiao has managed to get the approval of the toughest member of the four assistants. Luo Yu, on the other hand, now agrees with Lu Yun that this girl is more than her looks. At Parma, Xiaoyan is enjoying tea with his father when he gets news about Luo Yu getting jumped. Hearing this, he isn't moved. He knows Luo Yu can handle herself. He only gets interested when he hears Li Qiao is involved and was at the scene. Watching the footage from Lu Yun, he looks so pissed that the poor guy can tell they are in trouble. He tells Liu Yun that they are heading back to Nanyang immediately. His father inquires to know why, and if Li Qiao is doing fine and permits him to go when he replies that her safety isn't guaranteed if he doesn't hurry back immediately. He needs his son alive to protect her and silently prays he does protect her because she is the last of his late friend's bloodline. What friend? Someone is hiding key details here, and I'm curious to know why. Anyway, by morning, Li Qiao is in bed resting softly, only to get a call from Liu Yun, which forces her into consciousness. Liu Yun, in a distressed tone, begs her to come to the Nanyang mansion immediately for Luo Yu's sake. She is being punished, and he is sure she is the only one who can talk Xiaoyan into showing her mercy. Eagerly, she replies that she will be there soon, happy to hear that he has returned so soon. She hurries to the mansion to see him and is guided by Lu Yun upon entry. Not too far away from Xiaoyan is Lo Yu, who is in a gauntlet match. With her opponents unspecified and her injuries increasing, she is convinced she won't last long if she continues fighting. She has no choice but to step in and stop things before Lo Yu's next opponent steps in. Although she doesn't know why Li Qiao is here, she should be glad she came. Her presence averts Xiaoyan's focus, and he wants to know what she is doing here. All she tells him is that she came to see him, but he doesn't buy it and orders that Lo Yu's fight continue. Li Qiao, still trying to get the poor assistant out of this mess, begs him to stop and touches his hand in the process. Worried, he asks why her hands are so cold. Romantically, she replies that she is a little cold and asks him to help her warm her hands. He does, allowing her to see how sweet he is, and helping her with the courage to ask him what Luo Yu is being punished for. He plainly lets her know that it's because of last night. She was to be protected by her, only for her to end up protecting her protector. In his eyes, that makes her obsolete, and the Yang group has no use for obsolete. Resiliently, Li Qiao reminds him that he put her under that woman's care, so that means she should be the one in charge of defining her punishment. Her words, bold and firm, challenge the decision of Xiaoyan, which makes Liu Yun quake. He has never seen anyone so brazenly question his boss's decision. In the end, he agrees that she is in charge of Luo Yu and calls off the gauntlet to Liu Yun's surprise. He can't believe she helped out with just a few words and takes his comrade to the hospital immediately. The couple, however, head upstairs in the elevator and Li Qiao asks him when he got back. He says he was already in Nanyang by 6 o'clock and she can see why he looks so stressed. He left yesterday only to return in mere hours. To help him feel better, she lets him know that in future he shouldn't really worry about her. A small scene like that is a piece of cake for her. So he pulls closer and asks what a big scene for her is. In his voice is a hint of anger, prompting her to drop the topic. She switches it with his hand on her face, complaining that it's cold. She doesn't want him to make her feel any colder, and he pulls back. In a split second, they are holding hands and she is blushing, with her heart beating fast. Looks like her feelings for him are finally surfacing, especially since she ends up asking him for a definition of their relationship. He throws the question back at her, curious to know what she thinks they are. She confesses to herself that she is in love with him. It started as a mere attraction. Now it's a long-held intention. Yes, he is a cold-blooded man. Sure, he is dangerous, but that's what makes him unique to her. Her answer, though, is that they are to be responsible once they hold hands. Vague, right? Maybe that's why Xiaoyan let go of her hand as soon as the words fell out. His withdrawal makes her feel she was too hasty and guilt overwhelms her. She thought he liked her and is about concluding she is wrong when he wraps her in his warm embrace. He agreed with her, with a hug, and admits she declared the words a man is supposed to spill out. Since that's the case, she suggests saying those words to her, but he hesitates. She can see he is stalling, but doesn't get why. When the elevator doors open, he steps out, declaring that he can't confess to her now. Not because he wants her to wait, but because it is he who is waiting for her. What he means is that she hasn't seen his darkest side and is waiting for her to see that. After witnessing how cruel he can get, her reaction will help him to know whether he should confess or not. His cold tone that melts her heart when he declared that it was him waiting for her lingers in her mind like a sweet aftertaste. He didn't tell her why he is waiting, but she thinks he is waiting for her to confess properly before he does the same. While hugging the pillow to comfort herself, she starts a personal debate within herself, noting that their relationship is on the verge of stepping into the next level, but what he said makes it look like he has some reservations. She doesn't know what worries him, but pauses her deep thinking for now, because he's done with work and comes to join her in the living room. Due to how exhausted he looks, she asks him if he got any sleep. He did, on the plane back, but she doesn't think that's enough. She wants to know if he'd like to get some more sleep, but that makes him think she no longer wants to keep him company. That's not what she was trying to say, but he doesn't know that and slumps on the chair like he is depressed. He permits her to leave if she is busy, but the order sounds more like he is weakly begging her to stay. She has never seen him this way and finds this side of him equally adorable. To help him feel better, she pulls closer and lets him know she wasn't planning on leaving. She adds that she is completely free and not busy. Obviously, he is pleased to hear that, but keeps his cool and asks where she learned how to fight the way she did. He suspects she learned her moves from her brother Li Cheng, the ice-cold merchant at the border. She admits she did, as self-defense. Right after she was released by her abductors, she learned it for self-defense, but he wants to know if she has ever spent time at the border. Her records contain no information about her spending time at the border. The combat style she displayed on the highway was all-out border technique. When she reluctantly nods her head in affirmation, he can see that her records purposely left out some important details, and she's more interesting than he thought. He wants to keep talking, but she can see he is at his limit and needs to rest. If not, he'll collapse. To prevent that, she urges him to get some rest. He stubbornly refuses, bluffing that he isn't sleepy. Li Chao sees through his bluff no less and plays along, acting like it's her who feels sleepy. To help her rest, he gets her a room and wants to let her rest. She stops him, though, begging him to stay, ensuring he does by bringing up the highway fight of the night before, and lying that she is scared to sleep alone. He is a smart man, he knows she is acting, but he just can't say no to her and ends up chilling back. They both lie down, but before she knows it, he is fast asleep. Once he's out cold, she sneaks out of bed and admires him for a bit. She knew he was sleepy, but he kept acting stubborn, which she saw as a symptom of some condition he might have. Just to be sure, on her way out, she calls someone to ask if he has case files on someone with paranoia. The person does, and she asks for them, but he wants to know why. She doesn't say, still the file is sent to her later in the day, when she is already home. At a glance, the symptoms listed are similar to what Xiaoyan exhibits, but fortunately for him, he hasn't gotten to a state that needs a clinical diagnosis. Joy fills her heart once she discovers that, so much so that she agrees to go for a drink with her friend once invited. By morning, she is at work, more tired than she was yesterday. She ended up partying all night, and her exhaustion shows so much that Xiaoyan notices and asks where she was last night. She replies that she went to the bar with a friend, and he pulls closer to tease her. The distance he was at was already a problem for her. Now they are face to face, and it's making it hard for her to hold back. She wants a kiss, but when he asks her what she wants, she stays silent. Wang Yue helps save her from further questions, though, when he bursts in with news for him concerning a hacker competition. Observing what he has just walked into, he is convinced this is his last day. Curious, Li Chao asks if they can watch the competition together. Her third brother is participating, and he'd be bummed if she didn't watch him. They move together to the viewing room, but while watching the tournament, she dozes off. Almost immediately, a round gets concluded, and Wang Yue asks for instructions. Xiaoyan refuses to give any thought, raising his hand to get Wang Yue to be quiet. It's then that he notices that Li Chao is asleep, and he is instructed to step outside. The man wanted to do more than view the competition from a flat-screen TV, but because he couldn't keep his mouth shut, he ended up watching from his phone, in tears. In the other room, Xiaoyan lets Li Chao sleep on him for 2 hours, and she wakes up, wondering how she fell asleep in the first place. She is cozy, though, and wants to rest on him for some more minutes, since it seems he hasn't noticed she is awake. She is wrong, though. He immediately finds her out, and she has to adjust like she didn't have other intentions. They have 10 minutes before the tournament ends, but he can't finish it, because she complains she is hungry. To get her fed, Xiaoyan wants to take her out, rising first before he helps her with a hand. As she stands up, due to numbness, Li Chao bumps into him. She tells him about her numb legs, but when he offers to carry her, she assures him she's all good, meaning that it won't be necessary. He doesn't push it nonetheless, and they leave together, arriving at the restaurant in mere minutes. Everything seems rather quiet, until she gets a text from school. The professor suggests she come work at the lab. She is one of the best students to come out from their medical university. It's only normal that she gets these types of offers. However, accepting this will mean she has to leave the Yang group. She came here because of Xiaoyan, yet their relationship isn't defined till now. Leaving like this isn't satisfactory at all. Nevertheless, she has to think about the lab offer. Li Chao's mood shifts as a result of deep thinking, and Xiaoyan is desperate to know why. Reluctantly, she tries to ask him how he'd feel if she left Yan group. She isn't even done talking when she notices the upset look on his face. With a beaming smile, she attempts to calm him down, declaring that she was just kidding. For her internship, she sees no place as fit as the Yan group. Her words help him ease up a little, but for the home run, she compliments the steak. That compliment seals the deal, finally calming him down. Lunch continues silently, and she is done eating as the result of the hackers competition comes in. Her brother ended up in third, which is something she finds funny. After all his tough talk, she assumed he'd bag the competition and come in first place. Anyway, she is done eating. The gentlemanly thing to do is take her back, nonetheless. Li Chao wants to step out on her own. She needs a place he isn't at to think things through properly. Xiaoyan is a smart man. He can tell she is acting out of the ordinary, and has a hunch that her attitude has something to do with her mentioning she wants to leave his company. He lets her be, nevertheless, but he doesn't hear from her after lunch. She didn't reach out and she asked for leave today, meaning she won't be at work. The gloomy weather matches his mood. He is down and worried she might leave the company. Maybe something is wrong. He calls her to know what's going on, but it goes straight to voicemail. Not getting to her turns panic into killing intent. Xiaoyan's colder side comes out, and its manifestation starts when he gets someone to spy on her house and tail her if she leaves. His henchman does as he is ordered, reporting back in an hour to tell him that he lost her. His goon tailed her from the house, but she found him out and shook him off. Xiaoyan grows even colder mad that before he even showed his true cruelty, she decided to run away. Let her leave? No, he's not doing that, especially after she stirred up trouble. He orders Liu Yun to find her by any means necessary and bring her to the Dark Hall within an hour. If he fails, it's his neck. While the earth shakes because she took a hiatus from the company, she is busy taking her stress out on a punching bag, with her thoughts all over the place. Is this love or curiosity, this thing that makes her conclude she can't bear to leave Xiaoyan? If she leaves, they'll end up seeing less. If they end up seeing less, his interest in her dies down. Having him is a big deal, and so is this lab opportunity. If she takes it, she is set for life with a lifelong career. She is an overachiever and wants to have both options. Why can't she find a way to get both? That's where her mind is at when there's a knock at the door. Even her family don't know about this spot. So who is at the door? Curiously, she opens up, ready to throw down, but that's not necessary. It's Liu Yun at the door. He informs her that Xiaoyan desires her presence, and there is a helicopter nearby waiting to get them. He pleads with her to come with him immediately, prompting her to ask him what happened. What was so urgent that he had to come pick her up in a helicopter? He withholds details from her, replying that she'll know everything when she gets there. Li Chao follows, and when she lands, she meets Xiaoyan with the man who eliminated Qing Yu. The man begs for his life, but bloodlust is in the air and she can sense it. She can also sense that something is off about him. He doesn't even pay much attention to her and focuses on his prey, wanting to know if she's scared. In turn, she asks if he is afraid, but he comes closer, eliminates the man with the shell, and repeats his question. It's a cold night, one fit for drama, and she finally sees what he is doing. He was trying to show her his other side, to know if she'd accept it. To spice things up, she declares she is scared, making him feel he was right about her. His heart sinks, only to be revived by her the second she daringly grabs his shirt and adds that she is afraid he'll make her wait for too long. That's not all, though. She is internally afraid that he doesn't like her, and her first time actually falling in love won't have a happy ending. For someone who wants her to stay with him, he goes dumb and blurts that he is dangerous and riding with him can cost her life. Intimacy is growing. Li Xiao and Xiaoyan can sense it, yet they don't back down, adding words of affirmation to words of affirmation. She doesn't care if he's dangerous. She doesn't mind if she is about to walk into a path of thorns, and she is willing to go through it all with him. She approached him at first, out of curiosity. That curiosity grew into something more, something she thinks is love. They conclude their crazy night in the woods with Li Cao asking him if he wants to be with her and Xiaoyan hijacking the proposal with a hug and professions of love. He rounds everything up by begging her to cancel the idea of ever running away. Her life is his now. She agrees and they go home together. At his place, both Li Chao and Xiaoyan run a hot bath, but he gets her ginger tea to help warm her up. As she downs the tea, they play back the drama from earlier. Ashamed, he apologizes for his behavior, but they are dating now, so that doesn't really matter. She has his heart, no doubt, and amidst their conversation, slips in her request to leave his company. She tells him about the job at the lab and how it is a rare opportunity. She's his pretty bird. He doesn't want her in the cage, he says, right before he permits her to chase the lab opportunity. Out of sheer joy, she hugs him, the final nudge he needs to motivate him to give her a kiss. Yes, people, finally. One bold move almost lands them in intimacy, but Xiaoyan's self-control doesn't allow it. He pulls back and advises her to finish up her tea and go to bed. She does as he requested, but Xiaoyan lets her go in first, staying back to have a chat with Liu Yun concerning her move to the lab. He wants him to donate the latest equipment to the labs, which he'll do. It's morning again, sunny as usual. The new couple sit for tea and a chat. Concerning the lab, which she will resume next week, he permits her to report to Liu Yun whenever the lab has any needs. She praises him for being the best boyfriend in the world for that. They are throwing titles around freely now, but she notices he isn't okay, and looks into it. The result of a few checks is that he is running a temperature. To make sure he is okay, she begs him to stay back at home and rest until he feels better. This man is fully dressed and ready for work, yet he does as she asks, heading to bed without stress. She helps him with pills to calm the fever, revealing that she knows he has fevers after staying out in the rain. Detail like that is something he is sure she got from Loyu. Next time, he wants her to ask him if she wants to know anything about him. Li Chao is willing to abuse this opportunity and threatens to make a list of likely questions to ask. He is a man of many secrets after all. Even so, he looks forward to what she has in store for him. Li Chao tells Xiaoyan not to get his wound wet for the next few days. He shrugs it off, saying it's tiny. She doesn't buy it and makes him promise to rest anyway. He gives in. She makes him lie down, says she won't leave until his fever goes down, then kisses his forehead. After he falls asleep, she reads a bunch of messages from her third brother telling her to stay away from Xiaoyan. She replies that Xiaoyan is going to be his future brother-in-law. After a while, she falls asleep sitting up. Xiaoyan wakes up and carefully lifts her from the chair, trying to carry her to the bed. She wakes up halfway and immediately checks his forehead to see if the fever is gone. It is, and he tells her it's all thanks to his girlfriend taking such good care of him. Still holding her, he asks if she wants to go to the company with him. She says no, explaining that she hasn't been home since last night and doesn't want her parents to worry. She tells him she'll be at work early the next day since it's her last day interning at Yan Imperial. When she gets home, she finds her parents sitting in the living room, clearly waiting for her. Her father asks if she has a boyfriend, and she instantly says yes. Her parents panic and start firing questions. Who is he? Where is he from? What does he do? She just says she'll introduce him to them when the time is right. She feels like this isn't a good moment to make things public, especially since she just ended her engagement with Shanglu. In her room, she can't shake the feeling that her parents aren't happy about her dating someone. She remembers how strange they acted when she was engaged, and it makes her feel like they're hiding something from her. She gets a message from Xiaoyan saying he has a meeting at Bowling Golf Course and that his driver, Luo Yu, will pick her up. The next day, when she arrives at the golf course, Xiaoyan reaches out and takes her hand. Charles, Xiaoyan's business partner, heads off for his next appointment. Li Qiao gets the feeling that Xiaoyan introduced her on purpose, so she asks why Charles is even in Nanyang. Xiaoyan tells her Charles is here to borrow money. His family business has run into a few problems and needs a large cash boost to steady things. She mentions that Charles said she looks like some late female stock goddess. And now she's curious. Xiaoyan tells her not to think too much about it, saying foreigners think all Asians look the same. After that, he takes her to a shooting range to celebrate her last day as an intern. A table is laid out with rarest guns, and she knows every single one by name. He urges her to try shooting, and she thanks him with a kiss on the cheek. Holding the gun brings back memories. Xiaoyan notices that she is deep in thought and quietly takes her hand. She then suggests they have a match. If he wins, he gets to ask for anything he wants. They compete, and he wins by a narrow margin. She tells him to name his prize. Instead, he tells her he's going on a trip and will be gone for a week. If she needs anything, she can call him. And for medical help at the lab, she should go to Luyun. As for the prize, he says he'll collect it when he gets back. The next day at the lab, Professor Zhang Hande from Renhe Lab tells Li Qiao to get familiar with the place and says they'll properly start the case study the following day. The moment she has nothing to do, her mind drifts straight to Xiaoyan. She texts him that she misses him. He replies, telling her to behave. His staff catch him texting Li Qiao, whose contact name he saved as Baby Girl, and immediately tease him. He then tells his assistant to squeeze the rest of the meetings into 4 days so he can return to Nanyang by Friday. On Friday night, Li Qiao finishes late at the lab. The moment she steps outside, she sees Xiaoyan waiting for her. She's stunned, since he said he'd be back over the weekend. He kisses her and tells her he's here to collect his prize. She asks him if the kiss is the prize he wanted. He says no. Getting to see her earlier than planned is the real prize. Then he starts complaining that she's gotten thinner and looks exhausted. During the car ride, Li Qiao falls asleep on Xiaoyan's shoulder. He holds her and starts planting kisses all over her face and body, completely shocking Luo Yu. Luo Yu can't believe his boss is this clingy and soft when he's in love. Xiaoyan notices him staring and tells him to focus on the road. When they get home, Xiaoyan carries her inside and asks how long she's been pretending to sleep. He says he figured it out when she didn't react to him kissing her eyelashes. She asks how she's supposed to sleep when he keeps kissing her the whole way. She decides to return the favor and kisses him back. She's missed his hugs and kisses so much that she doesn't want to be away from him again. When they finally stop, he asks if she's eaten yet. Half asleep, she says she forgot because she was too busy kissing him. He immediately blames himself and says he's taking her out to eat. She corrects herself and says she didn't eat because she was busy. She realizes that whenever she's around Xiaoyan, all her calm thinking disappears. She isn't even hungry. She just wants to keep kissing him. After that, they have dinner together. She asks when he got back, and he tells her he landed around 6 and went straight to the lab to find her. She feels bad, thinking he must be exhausted. He asks how he could possibly be tired when all he did was come see her. Looking into her eyes, he wonders if this is what love feels like and decides it's actually pretty sweet. Just then, Luo Yu walks in and tells Xiaoyan he has an urgent call. While he's on the call, Li Qiao watches him. His voice is calm and steady, and it relaxes her so much that she ends up falling asleep with her head resting on her hand. Xiaoyan notices, cups her face, and quickly finishes the call. He asks if she's sleepy. She says yes, but she doesn't want to sleep yet because she finally gets to see him and hates wasting time on sleep. So he tells her he'll stay with her until she falls asleep. She hugs him and calls him the best. She goes to take a shower, and by the time she comes out, Xiaoyan has already showered and is waiting for her. Then they go to bed. In the morning, Li Qiao wakes up to a call from her dad. He asks where she slept last night since she didn't come home. She calmly tells him she's fine and that she slept at the dorm because she left the lab late. She adds that if he doesn't believe her, she can have Professor Zhang call him later. He quickly says there's no need. After hanging up, Li Chao thinks about how ever since she told her parents she has a boyfriend, they've been asking about where she is all the time. She knows they're worried about her safety, but something feels off. They seem way too anxious. Xiaoyan wakes up, looks at her, and asks how her dorm roommate is doing, clearly talking about himself. She says he's not bad, but he clearly isn't satisfied with that answer. She reminds him he wasn't supposed to spend the night. He says he planned to leave, but she fell asleep holding his hand and wouldn't let go, so he had no choice but to stay. They cuddle for a few seconds before she gets up to get ready for the lab. Later, she presents her work to Zhang. Zhang tells her that ever since she joined the lab, things have been much easier for him. Then he suggests she move into the dorm. She tells him she already moved her things and plans to stay there that night. After that, she texts Xiaoyan, then quickly retracts the message and sends another one asking what he's doing. He replies, asking what she deleted. She says it was just a typo. She tells him about moving into the dormitory, and he responds by asking again what the typo was.